Okay, picture this. You're out at a really nice restaurant for a friend's birthday. You're trying to be smart with your money, so you order a $15 salad and a water, and you're feeling pretty good about it. But then the check comes, and someone cheerfully grabs it and says these 6 most terrifying words in personal finance.
And just like that, boom, you're on the hook for your friend's 2 old fashions and their filet mignon. You kind of force a smile, you hand over your credit card, and you just swallow that little ball of panic because, you don't want to be that friend, the broke one.
Suddenly, your $15 salad actually costs you $90. You just paid a massive status tax to keep up with the lifestyle that isn't even yours, and you're going to be stressing about it all week. Now, this isn't just bad luck. It's a social and financial trap, and today, we're going to break down exactly how to escape it.
Right, so that feeling of dread when the bill comes, it is not just in your head. It's the first sign of a much, much bigger problem. There's this invisible architecture of social pressure, and it's basically designed to keep you spending.
So the first part of this trap is what we call your spending floor. Think of it as the absolute minimum cost just to participate in your social life. But here's the crucial part. You don't get to set this floor. Your friends do. If their go-to activity is hitting up a bar with $18 cocktails, well, that's now the price of admission to your friend group.
Next up, we have this little financial Pac-Man called lifestyle inflation. You know how this goes. You get a raise at work, and instead of saving that extra cash, your lifestyle just magically expands to eat it all up. The apartment gets a little nicer, the car gets a little newer, the groceries get a little fancier. It feels like you're making progress, but your savings rate? It's still stuck at 0.
And listen, this isn't just a problem for people who are just starting out. This trap runs deep. An incredible 36% of Americans earning over $100,000 a year are still living paycheck to paycheck. They're making really good money, but their spending floor and their lifestyle have inflated right alongside their income.
And that brings us to the last piece of this puzzle, status spending. This is when you buy stuff not because you actually need it or even want it, but for the signal it sends to other people. It's all about funding the appearance of wealth, which ironically is the exact opposite of actually building wealth for yourself.
And of course, social media just pours gasoline on this fire. Welcome to the Instagram economy, where everybody's life is a highlight reel of amazing vacations and designer brands. And as you can see in this chart, it creates this huge pressure to show off a high perceived wealth, even when the actual wealth, the net worth, is dangerously low.
You want to know the brutal truth? A lot of the time, the people who seem the wealthiest are actually losing the financial game. That friend who always insists on buying a round for everybody? Yeah, he might be maxing out his credit cards to do it. The whole performance is often funded by debt, not assets.
So what's the long-term damage of falling into this trap? Well, to really see how it plays out, let's compare 2 different financial paths. Imagine 2 people, and they both earn the exact same income.
All right, on the left, you've got the performer. Every time they get a raise, it goes straight into lifestyle upgrades. A nicer apartment, a brand new car with a monthly payment, way more dinners out. Then on the right, you have the builder. They keep their big costs low. A modest apartment, a reliable used car that's paid off, and they automatically invest the difference. One of them looks successful, but the other one is quietly becoming wealthy.
Now let's fast forward just 1 decade. The performer is totally trapped by their payments, they're constantly stressed, and their net worth is only $31,000. The builder, on the exact same salary, has a net worth over 10 times larger. But more importantly, they have financial options. They have a low-stress life. One of them funded an image, the other one built actual freedom.
So how do you escape this trap? How do you become the builder? Well, it's not about being cheap or never having fun again. It's about being strategic. This is the playbook for opting out of the game entirely.
So here are the 4 key steps. It starts with actually defining what enough really means to you. Then, you automate your savings so it happens without you even thinking about it. Next, you completely reframe how you see costs. And finally, you protect your progress by just flying under the radar.
Let's really focus on step 3 for a second, because this is such a powerful mental shift. Stop thinking about prices in dollars and start translating them into life hours. So let's say you take home $25 an hour after taxes. That $100 dinner isn't just $100, it's 4 hours of your life. The question totally changes from, can I afford this, to, is this dinner worth 4 hours of my life?
And that brings us to financial camouflage, or what some people call stealth wealth. And the goal here is really simple. Just let people assume you're not rich. See, when people don't know you have money, they don't expect you to spend it. This protects you from that social pressure, from friends maybe asking for loans, and from that expectation that you're always going to pick up the check.
It keeps your financial life private and your goals on track.
So what is the end goal here, really? What's the real prize we're playing for if it's not the fancy car or the big house?
This is the question people always ask to justify status spending. They see saving and investing as like depriving yourself, but that completely misses the point of what true wealth actually buys you.
You know, a Harvard Business School study found that the biggest benefit of having money isn't the stuff you can buy, but the things you don't have to do. The ultimate luxury is control over your own time. It's the freedom to say no to a project you hate or yes to an opportunity you love without being trapped by monthly payments. It's the absence of obligation. So let's use a better way to measure things than just net worth. Let's call it your freedom horizon. If you lost your job tomorrow, how many days could you survive without changing anything? That number, whether it's 30 days or 300 days, that's the most honest measure of your financial health. The goal isn't just to get rich, it's to extend your freedom horizon.
Ultimately, every single dollar you spend is a vote for a certain kind of future. So, are you voting for a life of funding a performance, trapped by payments and social pressure? Or are you voting for a life of freedom, of options, and of control over your own time? The choice is yours.